Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Sunstar, and we are gathered here today for another weekly tarot reading. Who's excited? I know I am. Before we dive into today's video, please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Ding, 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 ding. Get notified when I post that video. In addition to today's tarot reading, we are going to be doing a cute little talk about happiness and joy and how we might cultivate that in our lives. I've personally been reading / listening to an audiobook. I love audiobooks. Are you an audiobook listener? Let me know in the chat or in the comments. Let me know. I have been listening to the Book of Joy by the Dalai Lama and Desmond Tutu, Archbishop Desmond Tutu. And it is a fabulous book. Fabulous, fabulous book. One that I think I'll listen to probably once or twice a year. Just to keep joy and happiness in my mind. It's something that we have to work on all the time. So we're going to do that today. But before we do that, I wanted to go ahead and introduce the 3 objects that we are using to guide our intuition towards picking our pile for this week. So, first up, we have Lapis Lazuli. Lapis, that blue, vibrant blue stone with gold flecks in it that teaches us about being our own sovereign power. Super important right now, especially when we live in a chaotic world where we're working on cultivating our own happiness and joy. Our own personal power is key there. Our second pile is Smoky Quartz. This Smoky Quartz was gifted to me by my father. And I, of course, broke it right after he gifted it to me. But it looks really amazing. So pile 2, especially if you're needing some protection this week, pile 2 is for you, Smoky Quartz. And our third and final pile and our crystal ally is Clear Quartz. And this particular Clear Quartz, I don't even know if you can see it, is like the most fabulous clear quartz tower. It's all at a base, and then there are little spike crystals everywhere in addition to these 3 big crystals. And clear quartz is an amplifier. So for those of us who are consciously working on creating the reality we want to and the happiness and joy in our life that we want to amidst the utter chaos of the world, that you're already on that path, this clear quartz might be for you. It's the amplifier that you're looking for this week. So pile 3, Clear Quartz. By the way, I got this for $1 at the Tucson Gem Show. If you've never been to the Tucson Gem Show, y'all need to go. Like, stat. Go as soon as it comes next year in January, February 2023. Okay, everyone. Those are our 3 piles. So 1 is Lapis, 2 is Smoky Quartz, 3 is Clear Quartz. Let me know what you chose in the comments, in the chat. Let me know. I want to know, where did your intuition take you this week? Okay, as we do every week, we are going to be lighting our candle. Grab your candle. Let's set up our sacred space for us here so we can really dive into some happiness talk, which isn't going to be weird. I'm going to talk about 6 little tips that you can do to cultivate happiness in your life. And then we're going to go into our tarot reading. So grab your candle. I'll give you 10 seconds while I take a sip of coffee. Okay. Did you get your candle? I've got mine. All right, everyone. Go ahead and take a breath in and out. Releasing us from the angst of the day. The angst from the week to come. As we breathe out, let it all go. So that we can be fully present here in this moment. And I call on the element of fire to cleanse our space, brighten our spirit as we dive into our weekly tarot reading. And as this candle circles once and twice and 3 times around the room, may your room be cleansed where you are as this space is cleared with this candle. And like fire, may we cultivate our own sense of joy and happiness within so that we can return to our own internal flame whenever we need a reminder of the power and magic of joy and happiness. All right. As I mentioned, it has been quite the week. There's been a lot going on in the global context, a lot going on here in the United States. I'm sure there's a lot going on wherever you are and whenever you are watching this. And so one way we can really resist the whirlwind of media, of depression, of anxiety that goes with the globalized citizen that we have become today is to cultivate a practice of happiness and joy. Now, I know that sounds cheesy and ridiculous and silly, but let's be real. No one is going to make you happy on your own. No one is going to bring you joy and say, here you go. It's just take a bite. It's yours. No, we have to cultivate our own happiness and our own joy, especially in the fast-paced world we live in. All right, so I'm hoping that by reviewing these 6 tips from the Dalai Lama and Desmond Tutu, Archbishop Desmond Tutu, that we will be able to start to slowly, 1% better each day, as my friend Phil says, 1% better with happiness each day. 1% better with cultivating joy in our lives every day. And when you do that slowly and steadily, 1% becomes 10%, becomes 20, 30, 40, and so on. Before you know it, you will have cultivated a practice for yourself that can allow you to move in and out, ebb and flow, such as the universe goes. Right? As things go up and down in our cultural zeitgeist, you can maintain your steadiness and evenness as you build and cultivate a practice of happiness and joy. So, I wanted to pass on these 6 tips from the Dalai Lama and Archbishop Desmond Tutu's book, The Book of Joy. And I really, really highly recommend listening and reading it. Thank you, Sarah, for the suggestion. Okay, so not all of these tips are going to hit for everyone, so take what's yours and leave what's not. Tip 1, be truthful. The Dalai Lama says, happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. And being truthful about things can help you be honest about what is going on and happening in your world and our world, right? So I think so often we, as humans, actually try to not tell ourselves even the truth, right? And this is a really hard and intense thing because truth sets us free, we're told. And I think that what I gather about this practice of being truthful is that when we're honest about where we're at, the situation, what's going, whatever it may be, it allows us to actually show up and be more vulnerable. It allows us to show up and be more present because we're not maintaining any falsities that we've spun either in our own words and narratives or anything. And so the Dalai Lama suggests that when we're honest, we are likely to suffer less from anxiety and fear because we don't have to remember the little fibs we told here or there. How many times are we telling fibs a day? All right, 20 million times a day. Even if it's I'm fine when we know we're not fine. Being truthful to ourselves and others sets us up for an honest share. It allows us to be present. So if we remain true to ourselves, we will experience genuine happiness, says the Dalai Lama. This is not easy, but think about 1% better. 1% better means we can tell ourselves one lie and 2 truths and then balance that out, right? And maybe the next day we keep telling ourselves less of our lies and telling ourselves more of our truths, telling others more of our truths. It's just a slow and steady game of trying to understand what being truthful means. So, if we can start to be 1% better about being truthful to ourselves and about ourselves and to others, we'll start to open up to the world. It's not going to be easy, y'all. So take your time. This is our attempt at cultivating the happiness and joy in our lives that we want. So, number 2, rise above anger and hatred. The Dalai Lama says that anger is the ultimate destroyer of your own peace of mind. Rise above anger and rise above anger and hatred. I love this. It is super important to rise above anger, but also anger serves us. Now, when we are controlled by anger, that's not really serving us. That's letting anger control us. But when we have this beautiful dance with anger and we use it to move us through and along our stage, and we understand about our anger, the depths of our anger, the burning nature of our anger, all of that, we start to understand and we can rise above the anger and hatred when we need to. This is not an easy thing, especially in today's world when we're all being pitted against each other. But the goal is to start to rise slowly above that anger. And what I think that means is not understanding or entirely eradicating anger, because I am not a holy man like the Dalai Lama or Archbishop Desmond Tutu. But I think that we have to attempt to move past our anger, because anger keeps us stuck, and anger keeps us in these non-connection mentality, or in the non-connection mental space, right? We're not trying to connect with each other when we're angry, unless all of us band together under anger, which is a different thing, which we're not going to talk about. But, so the Dalai Lama explains that we often feel like victims, and we need someone or something to point the finger at. He also says that we feed most of our anger through dwelling mentally on situations and refusing to forgive others, including ourselves. Whew, that's an intense one. 1% better, y'all. How can you be 1% better and rising above your anger and hatred? Let's stop that hamster wheel of negative narratives, of problems that we tell ourselves over and over again, so that way we never move past it. And when we see that person, we just are triggered. 1% better. What can you do to be 1% better? Tip number 3, conquer negative thoughts. Okay. When the Dalai Lama could teach everyone how to do that like this, let me know, right? Let me know. But conquering negative thoughts, the Dalai Lama says the true hero is one who conquers his or her own anger and hatred. It's not easy. Negativity breeds isolation, loneliness, and fear, according to the Dalai Lama. It does feel pretty lonely when you're negative. Even when you're negative with other people, you're like, they don't really understand. So how can we become 1% better to conquer, to move towards and beyond those negative thoughts that literally keep us in a spiral? Working with our negative thoughts, those negative narratives, stopping them in the middle of their spin. I'm not a negative person. Or I'm filled with love and joy and opportunity and hope. I don't have to be negative, right? It's not going to be easy, but can you do it? 1% better each day. Whenever negative thoughts arise, it's valuable to focus on your breath and return to the present moment instead of feeding that negative thought. Remember, negativity produces more negativity. It's about the stop. It's about the pause. Pause it. Stop it. Take a break. Can you do it? I believe in you. Tip 4, cultivate compassion. Our prime purpose in this life is to help others, says the Dalai Lama. And if you can't help them, at least don't hurt them. This is super hard and super intense right now. Cultivating compassion, y'all. Highly necessary. How are you cultivating compassion in your life? When we focus and bring in that compassion to the main part of our mind, do we have space for negativity? Do we allow negative thoughts to hold control and sway over us when we're returning to compassion and kindness and giving that out to ourselves and others? 1% better, y'all. Tip 5, get in touch with your spiritual nature. Here we are today, getting in touch with our spiritual nature via tarot cards and cultivating happiness and joy. So 5, get in touch with your spiritual nature. The Dalai Lama says, my religion is very simple. My religion is kindness. Now, the Dalai Lama is a Buddhist, so their practice is a little different than organized spiritualities like Judaism, Christianity, Islam, Protestantism, right? So their practice is different, but what a beautiful idea that their religion is kindness. That is going to help you cultivate compassion, resist negative thoughts, rise above hatred and anger. And then what's the first one? Be truthful. I think that when you find your spiritual nature, being truthful becomes easier because there's no joy in hiding those things. 1% better. And tip 6, finally, is shift your perspective. Be the hanged one. Hang upside down, find new perspective, step back, pause, and look at the situation. What's going on? Do I really know what's going on? The Dalai Lama says, choose to be optimistic. It feels better. It does feel better. As someone who is often a positive Patty and not a negative Nancy, I do love optimism. I'm not saying that it's always correct, but I operate better when I'm in an optimistic state, when I'm in happiness, when I'm cultivating compassion and kindness for others. It helps me feel better. Yes, I'm not ignoring the tragedies in the world, but if I focus on that, I personally am going to go into a negative thought spiral and I'm going to spin out of control and not be able to help myself or the world. Shift your perspective. Okay, it's not easy. But we got to try and start somewhere, right, everyone? 1% better, as my teacher Philip and friend says. 1% better. You can do that. I believe in you. Can you stop the negative thoughts? 1% better. Can you turn to kindness and compassion? 1% better. Can you shift your perspective by 1% a day? I believe in you. All right, everyone. Thanks for letting me ramble on about happiness and compassion for a couple minutes. I hope that you found some tips and tricks from the Dalai Lama or ways that you can improve your own relationship with cultivating happiness and joy in your own life. Who is ready for our weekly tarot wisdom? What pile did you pick? Let me know. Did you pick 1, Lapis Lazuli? Did you pick 2, Smoky Quartz? Did you pick 3, Clear Quartz Tower? Let me know in the live chat. Let me know in the comments. I want to know, what wisdom are you guided towards this week? Our 3 decks that we are using are, number 1, our tarot deck is the Wild Unknown by Kim Krans. I used this deck exclusively for years before I found the Angela Mary Magic deck, so I am happy to be bringing back the Wild Unknown. Our second deck that we're using is the I Am Everything by Teresa Clark. Oh, we love this deck over here on my channel. We love it. And our Oracle deck comes from the amazing Liliana Perez. We've got the Passages Oracle deck. Ooh, with that holographic light. Are you excited? Are you wanting these decks? Do you have these decks? Let me know, let me know, let me know. Let's dive in to our weekly tarot reading. Pile 1, here we go. We are doing Lapis Lazuli, pile 1. Let's see what the cards have in store for you this week. Starting with our Wild Unknown deck, we've got the Ace of Cups reversed. Ace of Cups reversed. Look at this beautiful card. This deck in particular uses colors very strategically. So most cards actually are black and white. And as we see with this ace, there's a lot of color in here. But what do you notice about this cup? It's upside down. It's pouring out all the energy, all of the magical, emotional magic that you're cultivating in this very moment. You're pouring it out. Our Ace of Cups is in reverse and we are resisting. We are resisting this renewal. We are resisting this fresh start. Why, Lapis? If we are working on cultivating our own personal power within, if we are working towards standing on our own 2 feet and whatever that may be, or stepping into emotional intelligence and really expanding who we are, why are you resisting this week, Lapis? Okay, so I'm just sensing that you're really, really not wanting to step into something new. Oftentimes we're presented with these opportunities where we can embrace them and go. Aces are like the new start that says, go, but something's holding you back. Something is making you go, I'm not sure if that's right. Why not? What's happening? Why are you pouring out all of your goodies instead of keeping it right side up for yourself to fill your cup? Are you filling too many other people's cups instead of focusing on your own? Are you helping others spark their emotional renewals instead of you focusing on your own self? It's easier to turn that vision outward. Then we don't have to focus on what's happening in here. But there's some blocks going on this week for you, Lapis. What are those blocks about? You have been telling yourself old emotional stories, old ways of coping, old strategies that used to work, but they're not really working for you now. It's time to embrace this Ace of Cups this week, Lapis. Embrace the new emotional narratives. Embrace moving on so that we can recognize that we didn't do this in the past, but guess what? We're gonna fill up our own cup before we fill anyone else's cup, all right? Let's turn this ace upside down this week with the opportunity to really deep dive to our own emotional state right now. Be honest with yourself. Let's cultivate some joy and compassion this week. Our I Am Everything card is I am connected. I think we got this one recently. So Ace of Cups, while you're resisting this emotional change and this emotional renewal and this new chance to really unblock yourself and move past old narratives, the way you're gonna do that is by staying connected. I am connected. I have more in common with others than I realize. I seek commonality with people rather than focusing on outward differences. I am connected. If you are helping all those other people get their emotions right, get their starts, revamp, become who they want to be, push past old narratives, why are you not? You're just like them. Be connected. You go through your own emotional transformations so that you can witness others' emotional transformations. And the way you can move out of this block, this stuck feeling, is by remembering that you're connected. You're well held. There is a stream of love and support coming to you from the universe, from me, from all those gathered here in the chat and the comments. We're here witnessing you and seeing you about to break through. We see the magic. We see you're on the precipice, the threshold. And I dare you to tip your cup upright, and I dare you to receive your own magic for yourself so that you can embrace this change. You are connected. You are not disconnected. Allow that to bring you back to filling your own cup. Magic is real, y'all. And our Passages Oracle card is connection. Are you kidding me? So it is really clear this week that to get out of this stuck feeling, to move past these old narratives, to burst through and embrace this fresh start, you are gonna need to seek connection. Connection is how you're gonna move through this pain, through this block, through the thought processes that say you're not worth diving down deep, you're not worth the restart, you're just gonna mess it up. No. No. Surround yourself by those that see the magic that is you. Surround yourself by those that remind you to fill your own cup and that help you fill your cup. This connection is going to fill you, bring you through to the new horizon. It's okay, Lapis. You got this. There's a lot going on this week, but you are ready for a new opportunity, a new cycle of connection that brings you deeper and closer to your own heart. What'd you think? What'd you think, Lapis? Let me know. That was intense. Love that. Love that. Okay, pile 2, Smoky Quartz. Let me know if you pick Smoky Quartz in the live chat in their comments below. Here we go. And we have a Empress. Okay, we got Empress reversed. And what is that? A second card you say? Okay, Smoky Quartz, you got double dose? Let's see. Wheel. Double dose of wisdom and magic. Double major arcana for you, Smoky Quartz. There's a lot going on. You have been feeling blocked recently. Why are you resisting the creative flow? The juices are wanting to go and really embrace who you are. And you've been feeling blocked. You've been feeling stuck, Empress, okay? You've been feeling that lack of abundance around you. You've been feeling like you're not calling in what you need to. It's time to take care of yourself a little bit, okay? Wheel of Fortune is the ebb and flow of life, the cycles of life. And you are being called to step outside of this stuck feeling of the Empress in reverse. You have been giving away too much of your power. Instead of giving it all away, recognize that this is a really critical week for you and you have the opportunity to change course, okay? Whew, interesting. There's some connections between these cards. Let's be real. So Wheel of Fortune says it's time to turn it around. Empress says, as I said, reverse. You've been giving away your power. You've been talking poorly about yourself. Oh, I can't do this. I'm never going to get... Maybe you haven't gotten a job recently. It's okay. That job was not meant for you. That was part of the ebb and flow of the Wheel of Fortune. It was not yours to have. It was not the relationship to have. It was not the excursion to go on. Something about that would have kept you in this blocked state, this stuck state where you're not willing to move through things. Empress is about abundance and the flow of life. That flow of life has been stuck for you this upcoming week. So when you're feeling a little stuck, when you're feeling like you can't do it, remember that it's a time to change course. It's a time to look at a different way, a different path that maybe you've been thinking about, but it just hasn't happened for you because you've been staying in what you've known and living that because you thought it was abundance. Well, what you've known has been dried up. The soil has no more nutrients. It's time to put in some work to find the new field that you're going to prepare for your seeds, okay? Time to change course. Oh my gosh, I love this. 3 and 10, Major Arcana. This is a beautiful little start to your reading, Smoky. Okay, so the way you're going to really shift some things is by continuing down the path. Get out of your own way. Okay, Smoky, let's see what our I Am Everything message is. I am capable. Obstacles are only as large as I believe them to be. I can achieve anything I desire with comfort and ease. I have all the necessary tools to reach my goals. When I lead with positivity and love, helpful people show up to aid my endeavors. I am capable. Why are we all being supported right now? Connection. You're capable. People are going to show up to help you. I love this. You all are capable of doing this transformation this week, okay? You are capable of removing the block. You are capable of giving yourself love. And you are capable of honoring and loving the body you are in whatever form it is in. Stand in your power and become the abundant empress that grows the forest around her. This is an ebb and flow part of life. Cycles come and go. Let this cycle die, okay? And rebirth into something wonderful, abundant, because you are capable. Our passage's oracle is reflect. It's time to do some reflection. Reflect on why you've been giving away your power. Reflect on why you've been feeling a creative block. Reflect on these things right now so that you can follow and track some of these ebbs and flows. Find out where the block came from recently and go back in there and pause it. This week, reflect throughout the week and see where any of those blockages may be coming and how you can move through them and the supports that you have. You are capable. You are powerful. You are magical. Smoky Quartz. Oh my gosh. Love that. What do you think about that one, y'all? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat. All right, pile 3. Here we go. Pile 3. Clear Quartz. Son of Swords in reverse. Okay, so Son of Swords in reverse. The Sun is the knight in this deck. So the daughters are the pages and the sons are the knights. And this little owl, little baby sword, is flying in reverse. It's really intensely. What? Are you the Son of Swords, Bosco? Little kitty magic for all y'all over there. So this card, the Knight of Swords in reverse, is about moving really quickly. And notice how this owl is flying upside down with a sword pointed up and going really intense, gripped around all of its talons. It's going fast and it's kind of out of control. Flying upside down is not a bird's natural rhythm of flying. So this card, this reverse Knight of Swords, Son of Swords, is telling us that we haven't been really thinking things through, that we've just been kind of jumping into it. Things have not been going exactly as you've been wanting them to. You've been making some decisions and maybe making some decisions this week that have not set you up for the path that you wanted to fly down. That's okay. Things are moving fast. So we'll be able to move through this week, whatever it is, but you've got to pay attention. Where are you spiraling? Where are you making decisions that you shouldn't be making? Where are you just going instead of slowing down and seeing what's really going on that week? Why am I making these decisions? Am I okay with making those decisions? Whatever it may be. Okay, the Son of Swords says, it's time to slow down and think about the decisions we're making. All right, we're not just going to be rash. We're not just diving in full steam ahead. So this is the invitation to tell your mind to slow down this week. Okay, slow it down so that way we can ride ourselves and really direct where we're going instead of flying like, wah, out of control. Okay, Clear Quartz. Let's not be out of control with our actions and decisions this week. Really think about how we want to move this week, Clear Quartz. Intentional movement this week. Our I am everything card is, I am strong. You are strong enough to write this. You're strong enough to redirect those thoughts. You're strong enough to pull yourself out of the spiral, catch yourself, and write yourself so that the actions and decisions you're making are in alignment for you at this time, okay? I am strong. I am stronger than I think I am. I reject victimhood. My strength is in knowing that all circumstances are temporary. I focus my attention on what's in front of me. I naturally move forward into new phases of life. You are strong. I am strong. That's what you say. Okay, you are strong enough to overcome the spirally feeling, the need to make decisions without thinking this week. You are strong enough to do that, Clear Quartz. And our oracle passages oracle message from Liliana Perez this week. And this pile 3 is time. Time. You are a time witch. Time is irrelevant. You are strong enough to overcome this. There's not a time frame when it comes to making these decisions. The reason we make decisions rashly, we make decisions quickly without thinking them through, is because we think time is fleeting and that it's going away, and we have to make those decisions. Stop that destructive thought. Stop it. Whoa. Time is an illusion. You're not needing to race and rush and make these decisions quickly. You are strong enough to resist the illusion that time is telling you, get it done now. Stop that. That is the productive, capitalistic nature of our world right now. Resist that urge. Slow things down. You are strong enough to stop yourself from making rash decisions. You are strong enough to stop yourself from overthinking things and reminding yourself to take a breath and ground. Remember your tips on happiness. Go back to that when you're feeling the need to rush through. Resist it. Remember you are strong enough to resist it and start to think about the decisions you're making this upcoming week, okay? Don't rush into anything. Time is your friend. Time is not your enemy. Clear Quartz, that was your message. How do you feel? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Woo! Pile 1, 2, and 3 were hot and spicy this week, y'all. Are you going to use some of those tips and tricks on happiness and cultivating compassion in your world during this week for yourself? Let's not be resistive to all of the abilities and capabilities we have as humans. Let's not be resistive to that. Let's embrace our beautiful mind, our time witch skills, and let's boldly face whatever comes with us, because we've got the community here to support us. We've got the strength and we're capable nature inside all of us. Okay, everyone. I loved our messages this week. Thanks for gathering with me in the live chat. Thanks for watching this video whenever you find it. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. We got some new things coming this way. Get ready. I'm unboxing this deck right here soon. AKA, I need to do it stopped. I'm going to try to be expanding myself and stop resisting this renewal that I'm feeling and the desire to do that. So I'm wishing you so much beauty, love, and joy this week. I hope that the sun rays find your face and that as you take in that beautiful sun magic, you reflect that glory back into your communities. May you be the heart and joy of your community this week. I'm sending you love. Don't forget to practice cultivating happiness and joy in your life 1% better each day. You can do it. Love y'all. See you next week.